Okay, let's talk now about intel, communications, and navigation. I think that in a disaster situation, it's going to be very stressful, and having some things to help you gain knowledge when the grid is down and just make a plan and being able to execute that plan. Knowledge is power, right? So having a few things in your kit to address that are very important. So I have a pair of binoculars. This is sort of a self-explanatory item. It'll allow you to see things from far away without putting yourself in harm's way necessarily. You can detect what's going on in an area. This will work in the city, in the wilderness, whatever. They're cheapos, so they're not super good quality, but it's a capability for sure, and they're nice and light, come with their own case. Pretty awesome, if you ask me. I've got a couple walkie-talkies here. These are also cheapos. The range on them is not going to be impressive at all, but they have a clip there for your belt. I think they take 3 AAAs or maybe 2 AAs each, something like that. So they are going to be battery intensive, but that gives you the ability to communicate with somebody. You can share this with a friend or a team member, and talk to them when the cell phones are not working anymore. So that is pretty cool. I've got a couple lights here. I've got a headlamp here. I think this takes 3 AAA. But it allows you to illuminate an area with your hands free. If you've done any camping at all, you'll know that those are pretty awesome. I've got just a standard flashlight here. This is probably around 100 lumens. It's kind of heavy actually. This is probably one of those items that I could swap out and not miss that weight at all and have something equally capable. But it's just a flashlight I had, so I threw it in there. I have a radio here. This is a Sony radio. And I think that that's really awesome because you can listen to emergency broadcasts, you can listen to the news on it, and figure out what's going on, get some information that will help you make your plan come true. I have a flare pen here, and this includes a couple of flares and a couple of bear bangers. I'm not really sure what the whole bear banger thing is about. It just came with the kit overall. If a bear's coming at you or something, I don't know how you're going to find your flare pen and like load this in there, but whatever. So I mean, if you saw somebody coming to rescue you, like a helicopter or something overhead, and they might not have spotted you, you'd fire the flare and make your presence known pretty easily. I also have a map here, okay? So map and compass. Those two things go together. And this is a really good map actually. It shows my region overall, so sort of the metro area of Vancouver. Of British Columbia, and it also shows like a micro view of the urban center that I live in. So there's Metro Vancouver. More importantly, or just as important, is it's laminated, so it's like super durable. You can bend it. I could try to rip this right now and it's not going to rip. Waterproof, so it's going to last you, right? If you just throw some cheap AAA map in there or something like that, it could get destroyed pretty fast. So having knowledge of the places you could go, and then having a compass, of course. This is a 4-tool thingy from Kogan's. It's got a thermometer, it's got a magnifying glass in there, so you can start a fire, perhaps, if you're really lucky. It's got a whistle. That's another signaling device, if you're trapped under some rubble or something like that. If you try to scream the whole time, you're gonna wear out your voice super quick, but that doesn't use a lot of energy. And then, of course, it's got the compass on it, right? Nice bright orange, so it's easy to find. You could attach it to your belt or whatever. I got a lanyard thrown on there just so it's nice and bright. I also have a signaling mirror. This is a targeted signal mirror. So what you do is you point it at the sun and you look through the hole and you sort of flash it at whatever you want to see it, and you can aim with it. So that's pretty cool. Nice and durable. I think this is made out of I don't know what it's made of, honestly, but it's not glass. I'm pretty sure it's like a plastic or something like that, so if you drop it or whatever, it's not going to smash. So that's pretty cool. I also have some sticky notes here with a Sharpie and a pen. This will allow you to write notes and leave them. So I mean, if you have to abandon your house and your family member's not there, you can leave them a note and say, hey, I went to this destination that we've pre-scouted and decided that's where we're going to meet, and I'll be there. I have some batteries here. Obviously there's some devices here that are dependent on batteries. You got some AAA and some AA. A simplification I could make probably is to just use a single battery type. But given the devices I had and what I could easily find, it just turned out to be a mix. So I actually have to carry two types of batteries. I've got 10 AA and I think 8 AAA, something like that. They're just alkaline, but it says they last for 10 years, so I'm gonna trust the package. And of course I have batteries already in the devices, so I've got a bit of a backup there. Last thing I'll mention is just being able to identify yourself. I've got a passport here. This is actually an old passport, so when I got my passport renewed, they gave me this one back and just cut the corner off it. So it's not a valid passport anymore, technically speaking, but it is a valid photo ID. So I think that's good to have with you, and I'm not doing anything else with it, so I threw it in the kit. I also have photocopies of like my health card number, my driver's license, my bank cards, just like a printed copy there. So I scanned those, and I also threw those onto a USB stick. So if I find someone with a computer, I can show them a copy of my current passport, as well as high-res versions of my driver's license and all that stuff, which I might not have with me. The last thing I have in here is about $200 of spending money. Not a lot of money, granted, but in a situation where nobody might have any money because the bank machines are not working, it certainly is better than nothing. So that is basically my communications, navigation, and intelligence gathering stuff. The other thing that I need to mention here is that having a plan is far more important than any of these tools individually. You know, that can be said for a lot of different things, but making arrangements with your friends and family, having a plan, maybe a place to go, whether it's in the wilderness, probably not super recommended, or you know, like a cottage, or just a location to meet and to survive, and just get out of the city to avoid all the chaos that will be going on there.